In the Korean entertainment industry, where youth and glamour often define value, one name has transcended time, age, and even human limitations: Lee Soon Jae. But when we speak of legends, no one is truly prepared for the moment when the legend begins to slow down. And now, South Korea is facing a sobering reality. At 91, Lee Soon Jae is stepping back from the path he's never strayed from for over 7 decades. When the man who never falls begins to stumble. On April 15, during the 37th Korean PD Awards, viewers were struck by the absence of Lee Soon Jae. Honored in the acting category, he was expected to make yet another graceful appearance. But instead, a representative stood in his place, citing mobility issues as the reason for his absence. That brief announcement sent shockwaves through the public. For those who have followed his career, the empty chair wasn't just a minor absence, it was a red flag. Social media was flooded with concern, speculation, and prayers. The man once known as Korea's national grandpa, who had stood tall through all of life's storms, was now facing something he had always defied: physical decline. Don't cancel the show, a promise never broken. In an industry where even a cold can cancel an appearance, Lee Soon Jae stood apart. In 2008, his mother passed away while he was performing in A Life in the Theater. Yet he calmly declared, "Don't cancel tonight's show. The stage is a promise to the audience, no exceptions." Then in 2012, during a live performance of La Paire, he was injured mid-show. Rather than stepping back, he simply taped his injury and finished the performance. The audience had no idea he was in pain. All they saw was an actor who lived and breathed every second of his craft. Lee Soon Jae was never just a great actor, he was a man who refused to let anything stop him. That's why his forced absence now, not by choice but by physical limitation, feels like a quiet tragedy for the entertainment world. Muscle loss and the haunting thought of the last time his management tried to reassure the public, he is not battling a serious illness, but suffers from muscle loss, especially in the legs, making it hard for him to walk. But for an actor who's made his life through every step on the stage, being unable to walk is a sentence against the art form he loves most. Sarcopenia in the elderly isn't fatal, but it quietly steals away dignity, daily rituals, and purpose, especially for someone like Lee Soon Jae, who once declared, "I don't live to rest. I live to act." That statement now lingers painfully. Is this the last time he'll stand on stage, the last time he'll hear applause, the last time he'll embody a character with his entire soul? Not just an actor, a witness to an era. Born in 1934, Lee Soon Jae began his career when Korea was still divided and television was rare. He has witnessed the rise of Korea's entertainment industry from its infancy to its global dominance. From Song Kang-ho to Choi Min-sik, and even Hallyu idols, everyone has learned something from him. Lee is not just a veteran actor, he's a living archive, a monumental figure in Korean culture. His retreat, even if temporary, is not merely the loss of a person, but a symbolic farewell to an entire era. The last light, hope and legacy. At the 2024 KBS Drama Awards in January, he made what might have been his last public appearance. Receiving the grand prize, Ji-sung, for Dog Knows Everything, he delivered an emotional speech that moved the entire audience. "I still want to act. As long as the audience wants to see me, I live to perform." Perhaps he knew, deep down, that this might be the last time he stood before a crowd. And perhaps the audience knew too. Those tears weren't just from admiration, they were a silent goodbye. But Lee Soon Jae's legacy doesn't end there. His roles are still being rewatched, and his dedication is shared among theater students across Korea. He doesn't need to keep acting to live forever, he has already become part of the cultural DNA of Korean arts. When a legend retreats, what do we learn? Lee Soon Jae reminds us of something rare in modern entertainment, a sacred reverence for the profession. He didn't pursue acting for fame. He treated it as a mission, a duty, like a soldier to the battlefield. As he is now forced to slow down by the inevitable course of aging, it's not a defeat. On the contrary, it is a moment for us, the audience, to learn gratitude, to accept reality, and to carry forward his spirit. Farewell is never the end. For Lee Soon Jae, this quiet period is merely a pause in the long, symphonic masterpiece called art. Even as the spotlight fades, the radiance of his presence, through every role, every line, every curtain call, will continue to illuminate generations to come.